The tug's apparently ready to go to work and flip the Belle of Louisville around so she can maybe win this race. Let's check in with Melanie Bullard on board the Belle to see how things are going. Mel?
Jackie, we are just beginning the turn. The Sharon M is coming in close, getting ready to push the Belle right around. We're done.
It's going to hit any second.
You recognize these folks. This is Mayor Jerry Abramson and his lovely wife, Natalie. Are we going to make it? Are we going to win it this year?
I think we're looking good. I think we're ahead by sufficient amount of space at this point. There we go. We have made contact with the barge. That was what that was, not an earthquake.
Hang on tight.
If we survive the turn, I have a feeling we'll be the winner.
You know, last year, the Delta Queen won, and I was on that boat. Had a great time over there, but it's more fun when the home team wins, don't you think?
Oh, it's appropriate for us to win. After all, we are the host, and we should bring in victory.
Was pretty serious about it, and I can tell we're breaking up. Thank you both for talking with us. We're in the midst of...
Okay, as Melanie was saying, they are in the midst of making the turn, and sometimes that's a little bit tough to keep the signal all the way through. The Belle of Louisville is beginning to make the turn. The Delta Queen, we assume, is getting ready to. Right now, let's check in with Craig Edwards. He is on the News Yacht 3. He'll give us a little bit of a different perspective on how the race is going. Craig?
Well, Jackie, right now we're sitting in the middle of the river, and we're once again watching the Belle as it's making its turn. Now, as you can see, the Belle is just about sideways around, so turning rather quickly. The Delta Queen trying to make their turn as well. We're stopping back here at this end of 6 Mile Island because we don't want to be in the way, and the Coast Guard has really drawn up a barrier right here to keep us back so that we're not involved in the race itself. We really wouldn't want to be a part of the race like that. But as you can see, the turn is being made at this moment, and once the turn is made, they're going to start making their way back downstream. Now, the interesting thing about this is the Belle is going to be over on the Indiana side. The Delta Queen is going to be on the Kentucky side. I understand the current is stronger on the Delta Queen side, so we'll have to watch and see exactly what happens as both boats start heading back toward the downtown area, because it looks like the Delta Queen may have an advantage in that higher current over on the other side.
All righty. Thank you, Craig. We'll be back and see how things go when the Delta Queen makes her turn. Of course, the Delta Queen is one of the true grand dames of the river. During the year, she carries passengers back in time on the Mississippi to steamboating days. Reporter Don Davis took a cruise on the Delta Queen through the waters of Tennessee and Alabama. He gives us a closer look at this historic steamboat.
She's a survivor, a legend, still churning away to the tunes of days gone by. She was built in 1926 and christened the Delta Queen. Today, she's queen of the Mississippi River, the only surviving overnight authentic steamer on American waters. It's a title she's fought to keep.
During the 60s and 70s, the Delta Queen was almost shut down and scrapped. Because of her wooden structure, many people felt that she was unsafe, a possible fire hazard. But thanks to the efforts of thousands, the Delta Queen was saved. And today, she continues to run the rivers.
Despite her old age, she's in excellent shape. These powerful steam-driven pistons, all original to the boat, churn to the beat of the river, sending us on our way, steamboating south. There's just something about the sound of the calliope that stirs the soul. The calliope is music to the ears of entertainer Phyllis Dale. She travels in Southern style, has been for 3 years on board the Delta Queen. Phyllis says she loves the ever-changing view and the people.
Kind of like going home to Grandma's house. That's the way I feel it. It's got that warmth and charm and friendliness, just like going back home every time you come on it.
It's the romance and adventure that keeps the Queen afloat. Southern culture and history expert Dr. Bill Ferris says she's a step back in time.
Certainly you feel the presence of the history of Mark Twain, the great legacy of the Mississippi River and Southern waterways, and the rich music and literary worlds that we deal with are alive and well here on this boat.
And it's leisurely. The fact that the landscape is going by so slowly and we're so close to it, that's all part of it, I guess.
And wonderful it is. America up close. That's what steamboating is all about.
And right now, the folks on the Delta Queen are heading back towards Louisville. They've made the turn. Let's check in with Lisa Robinson. Lisa?
made the turn. As you can see, it looks like the Belle is 3 boat lengths ahead, and the captain is making a little speech to the people on board right now. But let's talk with Scott Young, who is the executive vice president with the Delta Queen. Come on, when are we going to pick up some speed here?
Well, we have them exactly where we want them right now. We're running back down the Kentucky bank with the current, and I think we'll be closing on them as we come under the bridge.
Okay, so you're going to give me a guarantee here?
Oh, well, there are no guarantees in steamboat racing, but you know how they cheat. You know, you just heard the captain tell them they placed our turning buoy a little further up the river, but 1,000 yards is nothing to make up.
Okay, thanks, Scott. Well, as you can see, we haven't gotten closer yet, but I'm confident that I think this boat will catch up, Jackie.
All right, just remember, Lisa, no guarantees and no rules either.
That's right. But and no cheating, right?
Right. Of course, the boats are now heading for home. We're going to continue our coverage of the great steamboat race when we continue. We're also going to go to Jim Mitchell for an update on the news of the day when we come back. You're watching the great steamboat race on Wave 3, Louisville.